Hey there, everybody. Thanks for dropping by and coming in and supporting my channel as always, whether you're coming in today as I do it live or later on. Thank you very much for that. Building up a nice little collection of cards that people are sending me and wishes and messages, and that's great. And all the emails I receive, always glad to read those. I try and remember to always put my email address in the comments under lives. So if it's missing, I know it's in this one because I was like, oh, I must put that in. But if it's ever missing, do look at lives where the links normally are for my channels, for my address, because people like to send things, my emails, and so on and so forth. So do look at that. And do always look under the videos that I post, because there's always links there to similar or related videos. So it saves you looking for playlists and things like that as well. So always do have a look under the videos. I do use my descriptions to put in video links. And obviously, if I'm talking about other channels, if they sent me things and so on and so forth, I put links to their channels as well. So do always check those out. I know a lot of people, me included, don't actually look often at descriptions unless I'm like, oh, what about blah blah, if I'm watching something. But before I make that comment, I read the description. So do use those, and always look at my community posts. There's often things in there, either things that are too short to even mention, or more than likely things I've mentioned in my lives. And I'll say, oh, I'll take a picture of that and show you. And I've just been writing down all the things that I scribble down as I do my lives, little bits and pieces. I say, oh, wait a minute, I'll write that down and I'll forget. So I've just found my bit of paper where I was slowly adding all the things I've talked about in my lives and said, oh, I'll show you a picture of that. And I've accumulated all those scraps now and done a page community post. So if I've said I will show something from a live that I've spoken of, it will be up there. If I do ever forget, do just drop me a comment and say, oh, did you remember to do a picture of that? Because I was interested to see. So what was on the list I've just written down? I'll tell you what I have remembered that I had scribbled down. The garden ornament pigs, I think I put that up actually. I've got to go and check if I'll put the query mark by that. I think I did actually put that up, but obviously didn't find the bit of paper to cross it off. Links to my old caravan videos, so I will put pictures of those up and then obviously include the links. I was talking about the wooden mirror. I've got the wooden mirror, so I was going to put a video, a picture of that up on my community post, photo frame, and a couple of other bits. Hey there, everyone's popping in now. Thanks for coming in, guys. It's really great to see you. So who have we got in? We've got Baron, we've got Celinda. Celinda's often here on my lives. Thank you, Celinda. And Crubby the Beagle. I saw you was on just before I came on, Crubby, but the way I do my lives, I have to type everything all in, and I do it through the YouTube live camera, so I have to have that set up and I can't go and do anything else, and it takes me a while to type things in. So I did see you were live, but it was too close to, I need about 30 minutes or 25 minutes to set mine up. So I did see you was on, but I did comment on a video of yours yesterday, or was it today? Yesterday, maybe. I'm not sure now. So I'm trying to just collate all my bits and pieces, really. So do check out each other's channels. I know some people that watch me, quite a few actually don't have channels. So this is your community space here. My channel is your channel because I'm very community based. And when I remember to say it, if you would now, if you're in the chat, if you'd like to type in, if you've got a channel, then do type in a little bit about your channel. Maybe people will come over, say about what you do on your channel, and maybe a particular video you've just done you'd like people to know about. If you haven't got a channel, do just type in there you don't have a channel, because other people then will be writing your channel name down to try and watch you and you don't have one. But do let me know if you don't have a channel. Do you like gardening? Because I was saying this before, I'm doing my seed giveaways each month, and there's a few channels or people that don't have channels, and I don't know if they do gardening or like gardening or just enjoy watching my gardening. So if you do like gardening, but you don't have a channel particularly, or you have a channel that doesn't show your gardening, then do write in my comments either here or later on that you do have a garden, and then maybe you'll be one of my seed giveaway recipients one month. So do let me know. So use this time now, guys. Type something in about your channel, or say you don't have a channel but you like gardening. Oh dear. So let's see. Baron says, hey there, you're okay? I'm not very well at all, actually. I'm getting there. I'm better, but since the last live last week, I'm like, oh, I've just been so unwell, really unwell. Getting over it. You can see I've got my comforter on. This is like a tracksuit top, but it's almost flannelly, like really soft and nice. And whenever I go in hospital, this is one I like to take with me. It's my cozy. It's not thick as in warm, it's just like snuggly. So when I'm a bit down or I just want to be snuggled or feel better, this is what. It's really old now. You probably can think it's black, but it's gone that sort of off colour black, you know, when you wash it. The elbows are still there, but when you feel them, they're getting a little bit thin. And yeah, we did have thunder today and a bit of rain. Wow, that's early for Cyprus. So we did have that, and that made me more so like, oh. It's not cold at all. In fact, it was quite hot out today, but got thunder and a bit of rain came, so that's good for the garden. Celinda says, good morning. Crubby says, hello, Cyprus. Hello, Baron. Hello, Celinda. That's lovely. Celinda says, hi, Crubby. Crubby says, hit like, friends, for our Cyprus. Oh, bless you. That's so kind of you. Ashley. Hi, Ashley. How you doing? No, hate gardening. Oh, don't make me laugh. My throat hurts. Yeah, so we know Ashley does. Ashley was actually one of the seed recipients. I think you were the third or the second one, Ashley. So, oh, Ashley's well up there. That doesn't mean, Ashley, you won't get called again for it. So always check that community post. You never know, because I won't have the same seeds all the time. There's certain seeds that you do have constantly. But as I'm developing more things or growing new things, or some seeds weren't ready when I started this going, hence why some of you think, oh, I thought I might have been chosen. Maybe I'm waiting for a particular seed that I know you will really want. So do bear that in mind. And as I said, it's not in any order at all. So I don't want it to be thrown out there, certain people first, so to speak, or all to one country first as much as possible. So do bear that in mind. Yeah, so I've got new seeds that I don't think were on the list, or I might have just put on the list. I've got carob seeds now. I've got white grape seeds now. I've got seeds out of my cactus fruit, and those of you who don't know, you can grow the cactus. You can also eat the big leafy things, the pads. You can eat those, and obviously the fruit. Some people say they don't like the cactus fruit. Well, what you have to do is when you prepare it, I've got 2 videos to show you how to pick with no issues, and to how to prepare them without the spines. People go on about the spines. If you know what to do, you don't have any issues with that. And then once you've cut them, you put them in the fridge, and that is the key to them tasting really nice. And on a hot day, they're really nice to have. They're quite cooling to eat as well. So I've got seeds of those now. So they go up. Celinda says, I spent extended time in Cyprus in the early 90s and enjoy seeing the pictures. I'm a garden lover too. I don't know, Celinda, if you've seen the one Was it the last one I posted or the one before? I never know what one I posted and what one I'm editing, but I know I've posted it. It's the walk to the ravine, and particularly near the very end of that, it's nice views all the way through that video, but towards the very end, really stunning. And it's just sad you can't get the depth of the ravine. I mean, it's deep. I wouldn't like to say, actually. There must be some sort of mappage that you can see depth on and work it out, but it's dangerous. I can't go, not even near the edge. I can't even go even a metre towards the edge. And I don't know, I just go funny. I think part of that, it's not that I'm afraid of heights, so to speak. It's the danger of slippage, because obviously if you've got a rocky area, so it doesn't matter how careful you are. But I think it's with my perception of I can't tell where things quite are. So this thing, I've said it before, when you do that test, you close your eyes and put your finger on your nose. Mine ends up literally here, my finger. So it's way out. So although I know I'm not near the edge, and filming as well, looking through sort of to try and see what I'm filming, that really made me go really funny, because I wasn't really looking at what I was looking at. So yeah, the things I go through for you guys. But there's some more walks coming up with even more amazing views, because they were filmed out of sequence. And I've said before, the reason was I letter them. So if you ever say, oh, I like video, whatever, or walk, whatever, when I come to Cyprus, I want to do walk, whatever. It's a letter with the alphabet so that I know exactly which one it is. And then with the walks, I've got my own little notes of where they are. And I said at the end of the previous letter video, the next one will be the ravine. It's not actually the place I wanted to go. I can't find where this main ravine bit is. I can't find it. And Mike said, I'm sure that was the bit of it. I was like, no. We remember being it like a real dark hole, basically. Like you've got the two sides and just straight down, an absolute drop of darkness. And we can't find him. Mike said, that's where he told me where to walk. I was like, that's not it. And I said, well, that was like 17 years ago. So it could be very likely it is green now. It could be. Anyway, he's sure that's where it is. But when I showed him the video, because he doesn't come with me, I showed him the video. Look, darling, this is here. And look, darling, this is here. And look what I discovered here. And he saw it and he said, oh, I don't think that was it. I was like, well, where do you think to walk in? I don't know. That's where to walk. So that's all there was. So there are some more epic ones, as I say, filmed out of order. That one has sort of jumped in now. Hence how on that video I talk about Walko, I filmed from the other side. So you'll see that as you get to it. So I've got quite a lot more walks sitting there, but I don't want to put them all out at once. I'll break them up with other videos. Where are we? Yeah, and Celinda was saying, yeah, I remember you saying about Cyprus. You've got to come and stay with me, Celinda, at some point. Just let me know, email me when you want to come. You're very welcome to come and stay with me. And I expect there's a lot of areas, particularly Limassol is very different now. It's all, I say high rise, it's not just tower blocks, it's for business, and they're all fancy shapes, and I must do some filming at some point. I've got a video I need to edit of part of Limassol. It's a very big area, as you know, and there's different areas of it. But I've got one, the seasidey bit of Limassol, that I must edit that actually. But yeah. And if you look at my recent wine festival video, Celinda, if you know the municipal gardens in Limassol, that was the zoo, I show you, I think quite near the beginning, the remnants of the zoo. You can see where the animal areas were and that. Hey, Blue, how you doing? How you doing, Blue? I've just watched one of your videos before I went live. Good question. Did we sell the beach place? I haven't been in any frame of mind to deal with anything with that. We've had silly offers. Obviously, you're going to get that, and they're expecting you to, if they leave it on the table, for you to come back. We don't do this counter offer nonsense. We've said that is the lowest price, and if they really want it, they will come back. But knowing what people do, they won't come back thinking you'll come back. We're in no desperate need to sell. And to be honest with you, that area has doubled since we said we were going to sell it in price. So we're kind of hanging on now. It's the wrong time of year now anyway. If someone comes with a really good offer on it, then we will go from there. And George, the Cypriot man who's kind of running the rental for us, he basically said, I told you we had an offer via YouTube, and I said, unfortunately, we can't go. And he wanted to do like a live walk round of it just to ensure how things look now, because as I said, the pictures I used were before we had the rental people. And granted, and I agree with him, he wanted a live tour of it. And you can't do that in Cyprus when you've got people renting your property because they're possessions and whatever. So you have to tell the people to give them notice and move out, and then you can film. And as George said, why would you do that and then leave it all winter empty if someone doesn't buy it? So we'll wait and see. It's going to be better to sell it via someone coming to Cyprus or being in Cyprus, because they can go in and look, but you can't film. So no rush. We've got other plans. I'll just read the comments and then I'll tell you something else has changed here. Things are always changing. Just been sending strongly worded emails. Yeah, I like your idea of what you're doing. And Blue, for what you were saying you wanted to do and finding premises to do it, there are law covenants to say that church halls are for public use. I know they charge rent for them, but for what you're doing, you should be able to find the covenants to say you can use them for such activities. So do look into that. Hit the likey thummy thing, guys. Thanks, Ash. Yes, the change here is, we do Airbnb, which is holiday accommodation like booking.com, but it's a bit more elite than booking.com. They have now come back with government issues and so on and so forth, European laws, all this stuff. And they've said that if you want to stay on the site, you now have to pay €222. You know how many people are probably renting their property through these companies, all paying €222. They won't say if that's a one-off payment or what. And I said, if everyone just said, no, we're not paying it, they're booking holiday accommodation, booking Airbnb, booking.com, they will fall apart. So if everyone is strong and sticks together, we're not paying it. We can't afford to pay it. We do really cheap rentals, and it's okay if someone's charging like €200 a night, these sort of places. They do a one-off, it's paid for. We don't do anything like that. And then obviously we don't have cleaners, but if you have cleaners to pay for and so on and so forth, it's not business sense to pay out more than you would earn in on at least one rental. So we are thinking of other routes to try and do it, obviously through my YouTube. Anyone knows anyone who wants to come and have a holiday, obviously you can look at videos. I am going to do videos more of the properties. I'm catching you up on where we are with that as fast as I can. So you'll see I just posted a video, the stable rebuild, repurpose, how that's evolving and has evolved. So I want to catch you up on that. But I think that's the only way we can do it. I don't do any other social media, but once I've got those videos up, I'd appreciate it if anyone could link them on their social media or family, friends, whatever. So, yeah, and the same thing with Workaway. We're not having issues with Workaway site per se, but now we've had 5 people that want to come and it doesn't materialise past that. it's okay if you're having loads of people to come and work at once and they're being put in dormitory beds, and if one doesn't turn up, doesn't matter. But as you know, I ended up picking all the olives on my own. Where am I with the trees? Well, as I say, I've not been at all well, so didn't do any today at all. I've been doing silly little jobs and, like I say, today catching up with paperwork and so on and so forth. I think, was I on tree 4 or tree 5? I think I was just starting tree 5 maybe. Well, I've done tree 7. Yay. So that's how far I got on that. And Mike actually came with the chainsaw, and he can't obviously get in small areas, but there was a couple of trees with a big middle piece that wasn't taken out, and he went zoom, zoom. And I said, well, that's great, because now I feel like when I can get back to it, I can just fly through them, hopefully. Once I get the lower olive grove done, there's not that many more to really do. Yes, I'm going to trim lots up, but there's only probably 3 more biggish trees to really do. So it seems a lot, but once I've got finished down the bottom, the lower olive grove, I think there's about 2 or 3 in the upper olive grove, and then 1 or 2 more elsewhere, big trees. So that would be that. But I have, I was doing the resizing the hoogles, because Mike's doing the little edging around them. It's in a video if you don't know what I'm talking about recently, about changes. And it's in the palette, the recent video, 3 palette projects or something. It's in there. And I've now filled, he still hasn't made any more because he's doing other things, which you'll see soon, something else he's doing. Awesome recycling. Oh my goodness. Awesome recycling. You'll be so proud when you see what he's recycled. So I've filled up the sizes of them. So I've done half of the hoogles are now totally restrawed and rebedded. So that's a pretty good job. I've got another half to do, but the second half, I've already got all the leaf layers, because when I was picking the carobs and raking up the leaves, that's where a lot of the leaves went onto the second half ones. So they just really need straw. And I'm sure there'll be some olive leaves on there as well. But I have to chop those all up with, not shears, what do you call them, secateurs. I just snip all those up the thinner bits. Back now with a brew and a box to unpack. Ooh. Yeah, so that's that. Yes, to make my not very well day worse, the ceiling is flooding just outside the room here. If you suddenly hear a big crash, it's probably the ceiling in the kitchen. It's nicely bowed now. As I say, we just got a bit of rain today, and we had that strong rain for a few hours the other day, and I said it was heavy, and that started the ceiling bulging like this, and it was all coming through. And today we had a bit of rain with the thunder, and yeah, we have no ceiling really in the kitchen. That will go. It's a nice bubble. It's a lovely bubble. And I was walking in and out and like trying to sort it out, and there's all this stuff on the floor. Looks like sort of cardboard, like as if a cat's got cardboard and shredded it up. Oh, where's this coming from? And I was walking around everywhere like, there's some more. And then I came back, I was like, there wasn't some there just now. Oh, I missed that. There's some there. And I realised it's my slippers because I've walked where it was all wet coming through the kitchen ceiling. And as I've walked through, my slippers are quite old, and they're obviously not made of very much, and the like cardboardy inside must have got wet, and it's been like deteriorating. So that's why as I walked away, it obviously tore a bit off or left a bit behind. As I came back, I went, didn't see that bit there. So that's good grief, hun. Yes. Yes. Well, things could be worse. Yes, what it is, it's the way the roof is. It's as I've said before, the middle of the house was the original, and that would have been a lounge, which is now a winter lounge, with a little bar bit. If you look at my very first videos, you actually see two or three videos of my house inside. So I don't really do much inside, so you can see the house. So you've got what I call the winter lounge. That's where the only heating is in the house. There's a proper fire in there, log burning proper, not a log burner, a open fire where we burn our wood on. And then that has got like a white bar, and that's was a little kitchen originally, and the toilet and shower was behind that. And then there was one room off originally, which would have been the bedroom. But when we came here, they had already built an extension both sides of that. So that middle bit is now the middle bit is now the middle. That original bit is now the middle, and then there's two sides been built on, all long. And this is the driveway side. So you've got my room, the kitchen. It's a long kitchen, breakfast room, this side. And then the other side is the sun lounge that you see quite a lot when you see the swimming pool. All that length you see when I'm sort of filming around the swimming pool, that whole length is the sun lounge. And then the back of the main bit of the house and the sun lounge was a storeroom you couldn't get to from the house. You went around the outside of the house and in, but we knocked through, and that is our bedroom now. And the garage, which is there, we made that into a bedroom. So technically there's 4 bedrooms now, but I have a room, Mike has a room, so we have 2 bedrooms, 2 used as bedrooms. And that storeroom is actually lower than the rest of the house, so we've got 2 little steps down into it. And I always said I didn't want the downstairs bedroom. So we all one level, one floor, but some rooms there's a little tiny step up and down. So from the main original house down to the kitchen, it's only about that deep, but there's a little down, and the same to the sun lounge. So, and then from the sun lounge there's steps down, because you couldn't get out the sun lounge from the middle where you see we've got double glass doors. Mike put those in. It was just windows all the way along, and then a door at each end. So yeah, as I say, right near the beginning of my videos, it's probably the 2nd, 3rd, 4th videos. And also one of those videos, or 2 of them, I talk about our journey here, how we got here, how we got to Cyprus. And don't think I said how we actually met, but that we came out here as a couple, but not married. We got married out here, but that's all in those videos, all about that. So there's that. What else was I going to say? I said about more seeds. I've got more seeds to add to my giveaways. I'm doing, just reminding people, I'm doing the sponsor the olive trees. There is a video on it. If you're interested, I'll give you the link. Sponsor an olive tree here, and you can have your name on it, and I send you a photo of it. There's all information in the video. If you're interested, I'll link the video. And it's a good Christmas gift. That's why I'm mentioning it again now. Plus it's olive season, and it's €20. That's all. And you get a photo of it, and I put like a big bow. It's in the video, shows you how you get it. And I do this big bow, and you can choose what you have written on it. So it could be Happy Christmas someone, or it might be in memory of someone. It's quite a nice idea. It could be your YouTube channel, and you get it up, and it would stay on there. Obviously, if it rains, I'll take it in. But in filming, when I walk round, people will see it. So you can have whatever you want. Let me find the link to that. And it doesn't have to be an olive tree. It can be any tree that I have on my land. So if you're particularly partial to an orange tree or this kind of thing. You can choose any tree, and as I say, the video does go through what trees you can have. 114. You like what you talk about 114? It's video 114. What are you doing, Dawn? Where are you? Video 114, new beginnings. 100 and gone too far. 141, that's not it. 100 and I go crazy with the whirly wheel. Sponsor an olive tree or any other tree in Cyprus for only €20. A great gift idea. Copy. Paste. There. So if you're interested, the video is there. As I say, watch the video. It tells you everything you need to know. And that tree remains yours for the time it states in the video. It can be yours permanently, or it could be a one-off payment and whatever. But as I say, it's all in the video. It's easier if you just watch the video. If you're interested, I can't remember how it said to say if you're interested, but anyway, it's all there. I know it's all there. I made that a long time ago. As I say, it's for one of those, for someone who's got everything except an olive tree. I've got lemon trees, mandarin, pomegranates, carob. I don't have banana trees. So anything you like, but just go looking through that. So there's that to talk about. What else? Oh, I've been asked for some more YouTube tips. Some of these I've been through, but in case you missed them, I thought I'd do just a few of the more recent things. I was talking last time about when you hit the thumbs up. I don't know if it works on the lives, but it definitely works on my channel for all the posted videos. When you hit the thumbs up, do look at it, and it does a little sort of firework explosion thing. It's very quick. And that's been rolled out. I've had it for quite a long time and no one's even noticed. No one's asked. But it's been rolled out to most channels now, I believe. So someone said they tried it on my live and it didn't work. So maybe it's not on lives because that's not technically posted yet. But go on any of my videos, hit the like button, and you'll see it goes like some coloured things. I'm sure you've noticed all the changes on the format, so I won't go into those, such as all the thumbnails of channels are all curved and there's a lot of change of colour. The subscribe button is no longer red, which I think is a mistake, so on and so forth. Lots of visual changes. If you haven't noticed, when you see like videos, that line, you can have videos, community post, all that across the top, don't you? If you want to find where the community post is, or videos and uploaded and all that across the top of everyone's channel. Do note now that the lives are separate. So you won't see the lives thumbnails amongst all my videos, for example. Everyone's lives are now separate. So if you're looking for my lives, go, oh, they're not doing lives. It's a separate thing across the top where it says videos, community post, and so on and so forth. And the same with shorts. Shorts, I told you this was coming way back. They've subbed it and subdivided it again. I told you a long time ago when shorts first came out, they're not part of the mix. They are, and they're going to even more so be distance. They're going to be two separate things entirely. So when you look across the top, videos, lives, community posts, shorts are now there, not mixed in with creator videos. So if someone thinks, oh, I'll just put shorts up, so I click on them, they're not going to know they're there if they don't realise they're separate now across the top. So all those who's been kicking out those shorts, thinking, oh, people will just click on them, They're just not seeing that anymore. They're not even there anymore. So you'll be like, what? You go look at your channel and you're all there now. Oh, yes. So if you're just kicking out shorts thinking, oh, someone's looking at my channel, there's their short, click on it. They've got to specifically want to go and look at your shorts and click on shorts on that top bar of your channel. I wonder how many of you were aware of that. I told you so long ago that was happening. Everyone's like, how do you know these things? I told you. And they're going to be even more separated, even further still next year. Big things coming with those. Oh, yes, you might not know this. I don't know if it works. I don't think it works on computer. I think it only works on your phone. I don't know very much about phones and apps and things like that. But if you're playing a video on YouTube on your phone, I'm going to say, you can actually pinch it and stretch it. You know, like you can do that on different things. You could do it on people's YouTube videos. So if you're now looking at these cards behind on your phone, give it a go. See if you can do it. If you've got the latest update, you can do it. And you can now like pinch and stretch and zoom in on these cards. Yes, give it a go. I can't tell you if that works or not, but yes, it's one of those things people don't know. So why they don't tell you things you can do, I'll never know. Back to the old story of the handles, because people have asked me, if you still haven't been given the Gmail or however you get your messages to say that you've got a handle, just type in youtube.com/handle, and then it will say, oh, sorry, no, you haven't, it's not your turn yet, we'll let you know, and in the next 2 days you will get it. So don't worry, it says, oh, no, we'll let you know when you get it. That just gives them a kick to, you want to change yours. And when you change it, you just go in the box where it says something at the top in big letters, your handle is blah, blah, blah. And don't go, oh, yeah, that's fine. There's a little white box under it that's got that handle repeated. If you're happy with it, press the tick next to it and make sure you press confirm. You must press confirm, which I believe you've got to actually scroll down a little bit more. It's a little black box. People aren't confirming. You're just saying, yeah, don't change it. But you're not saying you've confirmed that's yours. So do that. And if you don't like it, or like mine, my names were too long, my channel names, I'm just sticking with my channel names. If they're too long, then you've got to change it because you don't want half a word. Then in that white box, click in there and just do back or completely change it. You change it in there because a lot of people weren't sure how you actually change it. So in that box, that's old news, but I was asked. Oh, yes, if you're like me and you've got more than one channel, I did get a little bit confused because every channel told me my new handle was New Beginnings, My Everyday Life. I had to shorten it there. So, and I was like, no, I get the fact that if you want to just call yourself, because it doesn't have to be your channels, you could have like an umbrella name for yourself or your channels or whatever. So, and I thought, oh, I don't want that for all the channels. I want my channel names, but different for them. I'm not making them as one channel. So I couldn't work out at first how you do that. But what you do is go to your Gmail or wherever you get the messages of handles and messages from YouTube, and go onto your icon of the channel you're changing. I was just going via that message straight in, but you've got to go on that first. So go on to that, make sure you're on your YouTube channel of that before you reply to the message. So make sure you're in YouTube before you're answering the message. So if you see the message come up, come out of it, go into YouTube, go on your correct channel in YouTube, then go back to that Gmail message, and then it will come up the proper way, because that's confusing, as these things people don't tell you. Oh, yes, and something else. if you're creating shorts on your phone, some people are having trouble getting into it when you want to create shorts from your own video content. So if you've got a video posted up there already and you want to make a short out of it, people can't get into that. So basically go on to your channel, pick your video from your videos that you want to do, and all the we know how to do things channels are actually saying a bar comes up on the bottom under the thumbs up, thumbs down, that bit under that, it will come up. It says create a video or a short or whatever. But no, it's actually where the thumbs up and thumbs down are. It's one of those things, and it's not what they tell you it's called. Now, if you know on shorts that, I call it Zorro, that little red zeddy thing. But remember, it's all black and white now under here. The thumbs and everything is all black and white. So that Zorro ready thing is white, and I can't remember what the word is now, but you're not going to think it's to do with making a short. Oh, can't remember. I can't go into my channel and see what the symbols are, but I think it's after the thumbs up, thumbs down. And as I say, if you're aware of that sort of ZD, it's supposed to be an S for short, I suppose, but I call it Zorro. It's like a little red Z, but it's in black and white now, and it's got a word on that. It's not create or something you would think of. I can't remember for the life of me now what the word is, but it's a strange word. That's what you want to click, and that's how you can make a video, a short, out of one of your existing videos. And there it should just come up with that slidey bar thing, the way I can't edit, when you've got that little bit you move back and forth, and you're actually moving the film underneath it back and forth, not a slider. Oh, does people's head in, I know that. So that's my updates on YouTube. If you've got any questions, don't ask me. That's not really what my channel is, but people ask me, so there's your answers. Blue says, mine are panicking. My craft box in the shed have gotten wet. Oh no! Oh no! Where the kitchen ceiling came down, I just collected lots of kitchen rolls and toilet rolls for the spring I make little pots out of them to grow in for seeds. But I don't use glue and I don't use tape, and they stick. They stick. How does Storm do that? I have a video. So I don't glue them. I don't fold them fancy. So I've got a video on how I do that. They're very quick and easy to do. And then the way I stick them with no glue and no tape or staples or nothing, the way I stick them, they're very firm. They don't come apart at all. But when you want to plant them out, you don't have to take the stuff out of that. You can just undo the bottom and plant it directly into the soil, and the roots will grow out. They are now a soggy mess. So they might just go in compost. So Linda says, sorry, Blue, being a quilter, I get that panic. Let's all go over there quick and help Blue. Mike, where's my time travel machine? I've always said if he could build one thing, I'd want a travel machine. Not necessarily time travel, though it would be if you wanted to get somewhere immediately, I suppose. But just a fast and you're somewhere else. Yes. There was a program on English TV when I was a child. It was a sort of child sci-fi program, and it was called The Tomorrow People. Ashley and Blue will know it for sure. And they used to wear these thick, like, belts, and they'd put their thumbs in the belts. I think they were called the jaunting belts. I was only little. I think they were called the jaunting belts. And then they would like go a bit like the Star Trek people, you know, they do beam me up, Scotty, a little bit like that. And they'd be somewhere else. I might get that sorted out. That's engineering. Surely that's engineering. Basic skill. Blue, just making space for the boxes now. Oh, can't lift any more. Tony's going to grab it all out of the shed when he gets home. Oh, Blue, you could always make paper mache, darling. Oh, that's so sad. Oh, you don't need that. Oh, we need to do a fund to send Blue some craft stuff. We need to do that. Oh, poor Blue. So what craft are you doing anyway? I know you do your, I don't want to call it the wrong thing, the fairy house things. I know you call it something, your fairy housey thingies. They're beautiful. We need to see more of that. What else do you make, Blue? What sort of crafts do you use? What stuff? What stuff? We need more of this, Blue. So Celinda's a quilter. Are you a gardener, Celinda? Oh dear. Oh, you're a gardener. Has Ashley gone for a nap? I think Ashley's gone for a nap, bless him. He's gone for a nap. He's got up here. Ashley, Ashley excused. Ashley excused. I think he's gone for a nap. You guys don't know how I can see Ashley's gone for a nap. That would be fun one time, guys. If any of you can come out here, I think we should keep it a secret. And then you can be on your phone or whatever you got, your laptop or whatever, just over there. And you can be in the chat and we'll pretend you're not there. And then I can say something like really rude to you. And you can pop on the screen and go, I don't think you should have said that. That would be so cool. That would be so cool. Oh, can you imagine the fun? I think if any of you come, don't say anything. Just do it via email. And we could have so much fun. We could really mess with people's heads. We can mess with people's heads. Oh dear. I could throw that bit of paper away now. I've said everything. Oh look, there's a tutu on the back. You see the tutu? And what we used to do was sell them, because you lay your tutus out flat because they have to be inverted. If you don't know, you never hang them the right way up. You always put them inside out. You don't actually do them flat. And we used to sell these because we did hoop dancing, and they were the perfect size for hoops. So the girls would carry several hoops, because you don't have one hoop, you have several hoops. And they used to use them for their hoops. Gosh, that bit of paper must be well old. I do recycle. Yes. So let me tell you what Mike's amazing recycling is, that you will be so pleased if you're into recycling and repurposing. Oh my goodness. And we don't like waste. We'll find a use for most things. One day might find a use for me. So we had the pool liner taken out and new pool liner put in. He said to them, don't take that. And they're like, really? You don't want us to get rid of it for you? We're like, no. And we've never done the pool surround, the actual whatever paving or whatever we were going to do. We've never been able to afford it. And I think 2 years ago, we got all that what's dumped on the side of the road from some sort of project. And we got loads. He's used the marble ones elsewhere that we found. They're just like crazy paving, because it's all offcuts and bits and pieces. And he's used those elsewhere that you're slowly seeing as he's getting areas done. But there were thick ones like this, just like white stone. I guess they're stone. I don't know exactly what they are. Some sort of stone, like paving, but really thick stone. And the intention was we got a lot of those and we put those around the pool. Well, the front of the pool nearest the sun lounge, that's actually one of our most weedy areas. It gets really bad. I filled it up when the pool was being built. I filled up all around the pool. And there's a lot of gravelly stuff and things in the top as well, and stones. So you can imagine, compacted down, when it rains and weeds come through, are really hard to pull up. That's my worst bit to deal with. So he's used the pool lining. There's not enough to do everywhere, but to put across outside the sun lounge to the pool. Although I filmed it today, and he's laid that, and there was enough to do a whole stretch across there. No weeds are coming through there, and then he's going obviously do the big thick slabs on top of that. It'd be like crazy paving. And he's got a little bit of raising to do because you've got the coping stones, the edge of the pool where they have they're slightly curved, and he's got to, and the ground's probably here, and the coping stones probably come to about there, so he's got to fit them under, so he's got a bit of packing and stuff to do. So all that, it's not plastic, is it? It's like lino, I suppose. Mike did tell me what it was, but I can't remember. It's not lino. He said what it was, but it smells nice, like PVC almost. And yeah, so we haven't wasted that, and we haven't put that in the environment. We've used it, and he's actually going to see if he can get some more, if they're going to do any more pools in the spring before we manage to finish everywhere, and use some more. That's awesome. Thanks. I knew you'd be pleased with that. As I say, I filmed it today, but it's going to be a long job, so I will do a film eventually when it's all done. And I've also filmed how far round, because it's not just round the pool. We've then Mike built some steps down that goes round. Where can I tell you it is? Round towards the kitchen back door. And then there's another raised bit there. It's a big area, but he said, well, if we do that area there, if we'd run out, we could switch to something else. So we'll see. Meltdown, it's been a day. Oh, Blue. Oh, Blue. Oh. Yeah, so that's that. What else? Let's see what I'm going to be posting and what I've posted. I get so mixed up with what's posted and what's not. Oh, I'm coming to the end of this book. Another jumbo trip coming up. I'm supposed to be going walking tomorrow, but I don't know if I'm up to it because it's a long walk I got planned. And also it might be a bit wet from today. Yeah, so we did the ravine walk, and that is quite awesome. And today I posted the episode E of the second section of the donkey stable complete rebuild and repurpose. And then the next one to post, which will be, what is it today? Monday. Is it Monday? Monday. Wednesday, the next post. And I got mail. Oh, Dawn got mail? Yes, Dawn got mail. Oh, I love doing those videos. I love doing them. I get so excited. They're my favourite. I like doing the I got mail ones, and I like doing Q&As. Oh, I must do that Q&A video. Got Q&A video. Let's do it as a last shout out then. So if anyone's got a question to ask me that they want a shout out in the Q&A video, I haven't made it yet. So we'll say this is the last shout out. So if you want to be in the Q&A video, ask you a question, either drop it in the comments here or under any video, but put it's for the Q&A video. A couple of people haven't. I'm like, why are you asking me random comments under this video? Hold on, it must be for the Q&A, and if it isn't, well, it's being answered in the Q&A. Off to sew. Have a super week. Oh, that's cool. Oh dear. So yeah, so I do like the Q&As. I really do like the Q&As. And then what's on the other channel? What's happening there? On Tranquility, we posted last. Oh yes, we were talking about this last time. The napkin folding, part 3. So just for fun, if you want to have a go at some napkin folds, I show you a little bit of the instructions, then you see me do it, so you can follow along, then you see next instructions, and you see me do it, and so on and so forth. And then at the end, if you do it at the same time as the video, see what yours looks like, see what mine looks like, and see what it's supposed to look like. There were a few there I couldn't do. And there's a couple I try again. And I put, let's try it again. No. Some were okay, some were not. And I do say at the beginning, which I've said in the very first episode, different sizes and different materials work for different things. And then next posting on that on Wednesday, I'm going to be posting Who Are You? Episode 2. And episode 2 is an activity to find your characteristics based on your appearance. And it's a really fun thing. All these Who Are You? There's so many different aspects of it. There's things about finding out who you are by how you draw or how you write or your mannerisms, so on and so forth. It's really fun. It's just a fun little... I used to be that person who used to buy girl teenage magazines, and the first page I would go to is the page where it was always do the quiz and answer A, B or C, and then at the end you had to add up all the different A, B's and C's, how many, and it would say your personality or whatever. That was really good fun. Hey, Happy Acres Homestead, how are you doing? Nice to see you. Really great to see you. Can you put in the comments a little bit about your channel? Everyone's doing that today. Anyone who hasn't done it yet, don't forget to do it. A little bit about your channel, so people either now or watching back later. I do get quite a lot watching my lives in the reruns because I think my time's a bit off for a lot of countries. So put a little bit about your channel, and then I'll read it out. And then you might get some new peeps come over and have a little looky at your channel. I can't do tambourine time. I don't have the tambourine. I just so wasn't right today. Yeah. I did some bits and pieces. I always try and do something. I think I'm better for that. Much better for that. Just look at something. Because I've had all bits of paper out today. I've got it down to just a few bits. I've got things to do. I'm better if I had crossed things off rather than, oh, I've got to do this. But I just had lots of scrap of paper. And I always say on my lives, if I need to do something, I'll say, oh, I'll show you that in a community post or whatever. I need to do that. So I have to write it down. But I had all these different days of lives, all little scraps of paper. So I've tried to organise it now. Tried to organise it a bit better. And here's a picture from my English friends. You probably can't see it very well. It says good old British weather. You've got winter. They're all at the bus stop in the rain with their umbrellas. And then summer. They're all in the rain at the bus stop, but with their summer clothes on. And I got this in the airport as I left England for the very last time. I thought it was, I just had to have it. It wasn't in a frame, it's just a postcard. But I thought I so had to have that. And I thought, oh, in case I like get homesick or whatever. No, no, I just smile. I used to have it up on the wall, but I have it in here now. So I do like to have that. Oh, please put up your link. Brilliant. It's true though, isn't it? It's so true. So true. Oh, we got rain. We don't have rain this time of year. That's twice now. Twice. But it's thunder. As I say, the first one was from, they say it came from somewhere. I thought it was going for dust storm the other day. It was so hot. So hot. So yeah, I'm trying to be a bit more organised. Everyone thinks I'm organised. I've got my whiteboard now, wiped everything off because I had like what videos to make, but I'd written down all the series I do because there's several playlists and series like this repurpose, rebuild donkey stable. And obviously that's an ongoing series. So every now and then I'm like, oh, what video should I do? And I'm like, oh, do the next one. I haven't done one of those for a while. And I thought, that's silly. They're just sitting on the whiteboard. So I've written those out on a bit of paper, all the series. And when I did that, I was quite surprised how many ongoing series I actually have. I'm like, oh, cracky, I'm going to run out of videos here. And now I do 3 times a week post on this channel. It's like, I never would do it with one. Someone the other day said, why don't you do all your channels as one channel? Well, you'd never see the end of anything. There's so many aspects. So I rubbed all that off, wrote those down paper if they're series. And then if they're things, I was like, oh yeah, I must make a video on that, or like one-off things or something coming up. Then I've got that on a bit of paper, separate, as in these need to be made, or as in betweeny bits. And then I've now got up there, new beginnings, new beginnings, new beginnings, because I do 3 of those a week. Tranquility, tranquility. I only do one of those a week, but I haven't got spare. So I'd like to build that up. So like this week, I'm not well. I might not want to make one. So I need to have spare. And then everything dance, everything dance. I only do 1 a week of that. But obviously I can't get film stuff for that if it's like rainy weather or dark or whatever, because you need the light for that. So I've got those out. And then each week I'm taking off that list of I need to make them, write something up there for each one and cross them off the list. But then this week I was like, no, I don't want to make that one. But then sometimes, like I got mail, that video's got to go up. So that jumps anyway. You often get leapfrog videos or something happens or whatever. And then that chart you saw of what I do every day. And then I put markers on it when I've done it, just so everyone says it looks like you could do so much on that list. It looks a lot, but I've got morning, I've got post, make a video, and the days I do lives. So it's refined. Let's say it's refined. So if you went, oh, look at that, it's a lot. And it also looks a lot because I've crammed it all into 5 days of the week. I have weekends free to technically do the garden. So saying that, I've been going out doing the garden when I've been well, first thing in the morning, and then the afternoon I've done make my films or edit or whatever else I need to do, or catch up on answering messages. I haven't done that at all today, so I will leave that for tomorrow. So if you've sent me a message, I haven't done it today. I try and keep up with that every day. I try not to go on the computer at weekends because I do everything on computer. That's why I say I don't get notifications, because if the computer's off, I've gone. If the computer's on, I'm either doing something or watching something else. So it's very rare. Occasionally I see someone's on as I'm about to switch off. You always see this. I'm sure people think, yeah, you're just saying it. I'm like, oh, you're live. I've just seen it. I was about to switch off, so can't stay long. That's fact. That's not, I can't be bothered to watch. That's when I do see, because you know, as you go to switch off YouTube, all the thumbnails come up and it goes live. And, oh. So yeah, that's really it. So yeah, it looks a lot, but I'd rather keep the weekends more free. Do you want to see it? Let me show you. I've only stuck out with blue tack on it. It's pretty. Oh, look, that's pretty. Oh, so it's really organised. So you can see, I'll be teacher now. So you can see Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, nothing Saturday. Don't worry about these greens, and Sunday. And then this says AM. So this is morning up to this line. Do all that in the morning of those days. This is post. So this middle section is what to post. And then this is what videos I need to make. A video doesn't mean it's the one about to go up. It could be just birds or just something to edit something. So I've got something in there. It might be the one posting it might not. And then the bottom section here, this says lives. So that's when my lives are. Oh, look, they're on Monday. Now, what are the stars? Well, it's always a good thing to cross something out or whatever. Or sometimes I might jump around and I might do, like today, I might go, oh, I want to do 2 everything dance videos. So I'd put a star over it. When I've done it, I put a star on it so I know I've done it. So basically that was done and that was done. Obviously I don't do the live, that's the last thing I do, and then I switch off today. So if I wanted to do extra, then obviously I could put stars on, and then that day I've got that time off. What the mornings, well, Monday morning, I'll turn it around so I can read it. Monday mornings, food prep. That took me all morning actually today. I went and harvested aubergines. I've got so many aubergines again, and my artichokes have come up already, and all the spring flowers, my goodness. And I haven't been doing my physio, my app physios, I haven't done that. And pizza, I make a pizza, so I do that. Tuesday mornings walk, probably won't be doing that. Oh, my star's falling off. Wednesday morning, oh, it's where I water, but obviously that's seasonal, so that I do a pizza app, don't do that. Thursday, I do any studying I need to do for anything, film and plan everything dance. And I also got a note for myself to cancel my live thumbnails, because I do it a weird way. They just sit there, they never cancel out like you guys. When you go live, it's on that thumb. My way, it doesn't. That's a fake thumb. So I literally, after I've done the lives, they just will sit there, so I cancel them out. So cancel those and do the new thumbs for next week to say the next lives. And a community post, if I've got something to post, which I've got a list, then one of those goes up. I put one up probably every week, sometimes twice. And then watering the trees on Friday, obviously not doing that at the moment. Any research or prep, and that's really it then. So it just looks really pretty. It looks pretty. I'll try and stick that back up there now. But yeah, as I say, it looks a lot, but when you break it down and say, well, that's mornings, that's afternoons, it's actually not that bad. And bear in mind, before I do all that, I normally do something outside, depending on the time of year as well. I might go out early, like now it's really hot, apart from today, it's really hot, so I might have to go and water some pots or things like that. I've got tomatoes growing, they're about this tall, new tomatoes, so I have to keep watering those because it's so hot, filling up the cat water troughs outside. As I say, any pots need watering. And yeah, I can't believe how many artichokes. I harvested loads today. Not artichokes, aubergines. The artichokes are just coming up. Loads of aubergines. I've got 2 big hugel beds. You'll see I've got I'm going to call it something about what you've missed. I'm going to edit that. I'll probably edit that tomorrow. Oh, excuse the light going out, it just does it. I'm going to edit that tomorrow. It's just bits and pieces, little bits showing you when I harvest the pomegranates, just little short bits of film. And I'm going to put them all together and just show you what's growing in the hugels now and bits and pieces. And I'm going to quote what you've missed, meaning you've missed it because I didn't bother filming content of little short things. So it's quite a fun video. It's lots of little bits all together to catch you up on what you missed in real time, because as I say, I don't like to do big film. Oh, hello again. Just does it randomly. I don't want to make long films on harvesting pomegranates, for example. You pick them off the trees. I've done a video before of a tool I use to do them. So I do lots of little bits. So that will be soon, I think, a sort of catch-up type video. Again, won't be in real time. It's just any little bits I think, oh, maybe you'd like to see this, and I'll film like a minute, if that, and then I'll put it in a file, and then something else to put it in a file. And then when there's quite a bit there, or time's getting on, as in we'll be on something else another season soon. I just edit that all together. So I think we're going to leave it there because I'm not feeling great today and I want to just go and chill out, lay on the sofa. It's not cold, but last night I got a little blankie and I was like, what are you doing? But when you're not well, you just want to, after about, less than a minute, I'm like, I'm too hot, and threw it off. Oh dear. So I'll probably go and put the blanket on. As I said at the beginning, this is my little comforter. If you see me wear this, I'm probably not feeling well, whether I say it or not. This is my hospital top. It's not thick, as I say, it's kind of like flannelly. It's just nice. It's got a little hood as well, so if I want to be incognito. So yeah, I think I might go and put some little jammies on and get the blanket out. And I'm all right. I just feel, as I say, I want to go for my walk tomorrow. I don't know if I will, if it's a bit wet out. I don't know. We will see. We will see. And we got to decide how we're going to redo our roof. It's the way it's been built, because that's what I said before. It's like 3 roofs because they were all done at different time and they're not right. Mike's tried to fix it and sort it out, but you need to take it all off and do it again. So he's got plans for the future, but obviously each year it rains. There is that. There is that. Okay, guys, thanks for being here. Really appreciate it. Thank you if you've either been in the chat, which is always really nice because it gives me a laugh and cheers me up, or if you're watching this later on and you made it to the end, I always appreciate that too. Don't forget that thumbs up as always. And don't forget, if you want a Q&A question, if you want your channel shouted out in that, drop it down pretty quick because we need to get that edited as well. And I will see you back here on Wednesday. Wednesday. I'll be back here on Wednesday. Where will you be? Will you be here? Hope so. Till next time, guys. Meraki.